Hello everybody, I've just been for a run. I'm on the beach. I ran with my trusty travel map. I'm going to give you a post-run, pre-after walk run yoga. Okay, so grab yourself a mat. If you want, you can come back to this after you've been for a run. Let's get started. So get yourself nice and comfy. I will let you know close to the end of the practice today, my camera decided to stop filming, so you'll see at the end I've just put some groovy little cartoons which I got from WikiHow, and I'll be talking you through just for some end of practice stretches. Also, my camera kept falling over. It's my iPhone and I don't have a tripod, so there's a few bits where I've had to just obviously stop the film a little bit. But hopefully you won't actually notice it. I've probably told you this without needing to. So coming to the top of your mat, just start taking any movement that feels good. So whatever you want to do, you can maybe roll the shoulders, rock the head from side to side, maybe do swaying palm tree, which is what I'm doing at the moment. So whatever feels good for you after your exercise. Remember, there's no right, there's no wrong. As long as you're within your own practice and you're conscious of how you're feeling physically, emotionally, spiritually, doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'm just a mere guide. You may want to consider taking some tricep stretches. So taking hold of the opposite elbow above the head, keeping the shoulders soft, shoulder blades drawn together. And carry on just doing any movement whilst I rearrange myself, because I wanted to face out to sea. Else I was looking at a wall. And if you haven't already, go ahead and set an intention. It can be something really, really, really simple, so don't intellectualize it too much. Alright, take a breath in as we reach the arms up, and as you breathe out, take a forward fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. As you breathe out, step your right leg back to a runner's lunge and reach the arms up on a deep breath in. As you breathe out, pop that right hand down, option knee lowers to the ground, and lifting the left arm up. And then opening through the heart, hands both come down, we inhale to a plank. And as you breathe out, Chaturanga Dandasana, drop the knees if you need to, Cobra or Up Dog, shoulders soft. And breathe out, take yourself back to Down Dog. Relax the neck, spread the fingers, lift the tail, bend the knees, take any movement that feels good. When you're ready, step the right leg forward on a breath in, so you reach the arms up. As you breathe out, we're going to pop the left arm down. We're going to take a cheeky little stretch, cheeky little twist over the right leg, opening the heart to the right. Then come into a forward fold. Release the neck, release the shoulders. Halfway lift, breathe in. And as you lift up with a flat back, reach the arms up, pushing through the heels. Come back down to Tadasana. Reach the arms up, breathe in, maybe a cheeky little back bend. And as you breathe out, take a forward fold, release the neck and the shoulders. You guys know the drill. Take a breath into a halfway lift. As you breathe out, step your left leg back to a runner's lunge. Reach the arms up, deep breath in. And as you breathe out, pop that right hand down, so we're getting a lengthening stretch down the left side of the waist and the left hip flexor. Hands come down to the mat, take a breath in. As you breathe out, Chaturanga Dandasana, inhale to Up Dog or Cobra. Nice sigh out to a downward facing dog. Take your time, check in with your intention. And then the left foot comes forward in between the hands, option back knee down, lifting the right arm all the way up, scooping the ribs downwards as well. Maybe look up or down. And then bring both feet together into a forward fold. Taking a halfway lift. Hands onto the hips, lift all the way up. Push through the heels. Take a moment just to stand, connect with your intention, and when you're ready, let's step facing the long side of our mats. Take the time you need as I just get my kit off. Alright, we're going to come into a goddess pose. So reach the arms up on an inhale. So you breathe out, sink down, tucking the bottom. And just be mindful that the knees aren't coming too far in front of the toes as well, so that you can see your big toes beyond the insides of your knees. And just take some gentle reaches to the sides. Be mindful not to dump all the weight. Let's take a twist over to one side, keep breathing, and to the other, just to open out our obliques. Push through the legs, reach the arms out. And let's come into triangle pose. So turning the left foot in, reaching over the right leg. Wrap the ribs downwards as you reach the heart space up. Keep breathing, 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 breathing. And looking down to the earth, let's come into a pyramid pose. So, oh no, I am lying. We're doing revolved trikonasana, revolved triangles. So just reach the arm up. You can use a block or any support underneath your left hand here. If it's too much, it is quite an intense one. Now we're coming into our pyramid pose. So, back heel can come off the floor if you want it to, or you can just shorten your stance a little bit, have both legs straight. You've always got that option to use support underneath the hands, either side of the right foot, or humble this posture, so interlace the fingers behind you and reach the arms ahead. We're aiming for chin to shin, not forehead to knee here. Bend into the front knee, come up to a really, really, really gentle warrior one. So wrapping the hips forward, drawing ribs downwards. Nice and gentle. And then gently take yourself forward. Now you can come into a warrior 3 here if you're not feeling coming into half moon. So warrior 3 is, if you imagine you're just turning into an aeroplane. Half moon here, rotating the hips and the heart up towards the sky, flexing that left foot. And take a forward fold, both hands down to the mat. Take a halfway lift, breathing in. As you breathe out, step your both feet back to a plank. Take a breath in to prepare, and as you exhale, lower your body down. Take a cobra or an up dog. Deep breath in. Another breath in. And then take yourself back, child's pose or downward facing dog. Take the movement that feels good. And in your own time, we're going to bring that left foot forward. And we're going to step. We're going to turn to face the other long side of the mat as we come into triangle pose on our left. So reaching the body forward over the left leg. Hips shift back. And rotate the heart up towards the sky. So almost like you're doing a mini crunch of the top of the, the core basically, so we're not puffing the chest out. And make your way into that revolved triangle pose. So make sure you're comfortable, that you're lining those hips up as much as you can. And we're still thinking about the stance of the legs and the connection to the earth here, as well as opening the heart. Taking pyramid pose. Option, back heel come off the floor if that feels best. You can soften that left knee, use the support underneath the hands here. You've got those options. What I'm doing are just add-ons, so you don't have to. But if you want to give a go at just interlacing the fingers behind, try and wrap that right hip forward and the left hip back. And then push into that left knee, come up to a warrior one. Nice, gentle warrior one, so nothing too strenuous. Squaring those hips, so still drawing your left hip back and your right hip forward so that the hips aren't opening out to the right edge of your mat. Shoulders are soft, hands are active. Make your way forward, coming into either a warrior three or coming into half moon on the left. So flexing the right foot, reaching the heart all the way out to the side. If you want to challenge yourself even more, close the eyes, see what that does. Alright, take yourself back to a runner's lunge, then into a plank. Lower the body down on an exhale, take a breath in to a cobra or an up dog. Or what I did was a sphinx here, but you can't see because my jumper's in the way. So arms at a 90-degree angle. Forearms pushing into the earth, tucking tailbone in, pushing the tops of the feet into the earth, lifting up through the kneecaps, all of that shebang, and then take yourself back to child's pose or downward facing dog. Offer yourself grounding, offer yourself nurturing. And then when you're ready, just meet me on hands and knees. And then we're going to bring the right foot in between the hands and then straight away straighten up the right leg, taking a runner's stretch. So try and wrap that right hip back still and left hip forward. Again, use support underneath the hands if you need to. Trying to keep the spine long, so we're not trying to bring the head down to the knee. And then bend into that front knee, coming into lizard lunge. So we're going to bring the right hand onto the inside of the right foot. So we're taking a little bit of a wider stance. It's up to you whether you want to come onto your forearm straight away if you've got the availability. Or if you want to bring the right hand onto the right knee and open the heart up to the sky. Just take this anywhere that feels good for you. You don't have to stay doing what I'm doing. Everything works differently for everyone. I'm just a guide. Okay, so we're going to take the right leg back. If you're feeling like you might want to do a vinyasa in between sides, please do, or just go ahead and take any organic movement that feels good for you. Alright, left foot comes forward in between the hands. We straighten up that left leg, wrapping left butt cheek back and the right one forward. Lifting the toes of the left foot without locking the left knee as well. Keep the heart reaching towards the toes of that left foot. Remember to breathe. And then bring yourself forward into lizard pose or lizard lunge on the left. So hands are on the inside of that left leg. Relax your bottom. You can come down onto forearms if you want to. Maybe bring the left hand onto the left knee. And also always bear in mind that one side of the body will tend to feel different to the other. So you may need to take a slightly different approach on both sides. So what we're aiming for is to get the same sort of feeling, not the same posture and the same ability on both sides. We want to feel equal. So if that means that you've got to rein it back or rein it in on one side more than the other to get it feeling the same, then that's what we want to do. Okay, so stepping the back foot forward, coming into our Malasana, yogi squat or garland pose. It's all the same thing. So if you can't get your heels on the floor, that's fine, don't worry. Just come up onto the balls of the feet. Main thing is that we're lifting the heart upwards and we're tucking the bum down as much as we can. So this is a really, really, really good posture for if you're needing a bit more grounding. We're getting into the root chakra here. Also getting a little bit of thoracic strength. And here goes, talking you through the next bit. So wherever you are, if your bum is on the floor, stay there. If your bum's not on the floor yet, come onto your bum and then rest onto your back, like this lovely, lovely assistant that I've got here. We're going to come into a pigeon pose on our backs now. So just bring the right ankle on top of the left knee. You can stay there or you can interlace the fingers behind that left thigh, keeping the back of the neck long. If you feel you need a bit of extra support though, pop a cushion or anything that you've got underneath the hips and take a few deep breaths. Being sure that the shoulders are soft and that they're evenly weighted on the earth. And as soon as you're ready, just release both legs down, take a rock from side to side, and then swap over. So bring the left ankle this time onto the right thigh, just above the knee, lifting the legs up. Option to hold the hands behind the right thigh or just to keep the hands away. It's up to you. If you've got a strap though, you can use a strap. And see if you can breathe into the back space of the ribs here. And really feel into the back of the heart. Remember to relax the shoulders. One more deep breath in. And then unravel the legs and just be happy like this lovely assistant that I've got here. And just rock from side to side in supine child's or just rolling in a ball. Maybe take the knees in a circular motion or maybe just reach the arms above the head and don't worry about holding the knees. That can feel really good. If you've got any tightness in the hips though, maybe open the knees, keep the toes together. Okay, and when you're ready, we're going to hold on to the left leg and we're going to extend the right leg onto the floor. Just a single wind relieving posture. Really good one if you're getting any bloating, any trapped wind. It's also a really good one for the hip flexors as well. So you should feel this down, a lengthening through the right hip. And let's go ahead and swap the legs over. So holding the right knee in, extending the left leg away. Breathing into the areas that you can feel right now. And go ahead and take a spinal twist. So my lovely assistant here is doing just a single leg, but if you want to just take both knees to one side, then that can feel really good. Make sure, again, both shoulder blades stay equal upon the earth, so we're not lifting one more than the other. And try your best not to hold anything, to really grip hold, so just let yourself release here. Take another breath in, and then make your way onto the other side. And take another breath. Gently start coming out the posture. Any other movement that you want to take, go ahead. And we're going to find ourselves coming into our Shavasana for our final relaxation. So just close the eyes, relax the breath. Have the palms facing up if you can, just so you can have that opportunity to release a little bit further. Feet as well want to be about hip width apart or wider, so I usually say maybe just before mat's width as the feet, just so we can really open out the body and give the body as much space to breathe. It's not just breathing into the lungs or into the chest or into the back. We're breathing into the fingers, we're breathing into the toes, the knees, the thighs, the waist, absolutely everything. So wherever you are, whether you're easy seated or you're laying down, do make sure that you're comfortable. And if you are experiencing any lower back tension, any tightness, maybe have support underneath the knees, or at least bend the knees. Have the feet apart and the knees together. Or you can rest on one side as well, your left side ideally. So we're going to start by just taking a few cleansing breaths. So deep breath in and sigh it out for an open mouth. Deep breath in and a full breath out. Deep breath in, full breath out. One more like that. Deep breath in and a full breath out. Closing the eyes and listening to the sound that is closest to you. The sound of your breath. Listening to the sound as it replicates the sound of the ocean, the sound of waves. Notice the breath as it comes in. Notice the breath as it moves out. Now imagine you are laying or sitting on a beach and you're just watching the ocean. And you can feel the sun and the breeze on your skin, the soft sand beneath you. You hear the call of the birds in the sky above you and the sound of the gentle tide. Observe the waves washing up onto the shore and then gliding back into the ocean. Begin to synchronize your breath with the tide. As you inhale, imagine you are drawing the waves towards you as they wash up onto the beach. And as you exhale, you send them back to join the ocean. Feel that you are not separate from the waves or from the ocean. Now return to the sensations within your body. Start feeling your breath return to normal. Bringing yourself back into the space where you are right now. Take a little bit of gentle movement through the hands and the feet, the head, shoulders. And slowly start coming out of your relaxation posture to a comfortable seat. And as you take a deep breath in, reach the arms all the way up and kiss the hands into prayer above your head. Breathe out, guide your prayer back down to your heart space. Taking this moment of gratitude, thanking yourself for your practice. May be safe, may be happy, healthy, and peaceful. Namaste.